Are you flirtatious? Well, that's subjective to what you think flirting is. Me personally,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's raw. Yeah, screenshot me. Thank you, thank you.
hey girl, I am just realizing that I have never sat down and do a get to know me video or like a Q&A type of video. So I did something this week. I put out a poll on Instagram and I was like, you know, send me some of y'all questions. Let's get to know each other because I want to do it for a YouTube video. Tell me why. My box was so dry when I was like, you know, send me questions. They were trickling in so slowly, and then something told me to make it anonymous. Y'all, I made it anonymous and I had a hot box. Not like
What do you mean by that?
not like that, okay? The inbox was hot. She was heated. She was blowing up. I have at least over 200 messages on that NGL app. So a get to know me video while doing my makeup, while also answering some of your juicy, very nosy questions. Okay, so I wrote down a few, like I couldn't go through all, but I pulled some of the best ones out of the pool of questions. I think y'all are gonna like these, and I think a lot of y'all want to know some of the deets on these. I even had a question that literally said, spill the tea. What tea, boo? What tea do you want from me? But let's get into it. So first things first, my name is Daria, not Daria, not Daray, not Daria. It's Daria, correct pronunciation. Daria Danielle Rule, hence Daria Danielle. 23 years, 24. I just turned 24. I was born and raised in Nassau, the Bahamas. So girl, if you don't know someone from the islands, now you do. You've got a little Caribbean, little tropical bestie. I'm so grateful I have both of my parents. I still live at home with both of them. I am the second of 5 children, you know, but they're not like me, you know, like to be honest, they're cool, they're cute, they could sometimes stress, but for me is a break my scale. For them, DI. So our first question is, did you always want to be a content creator slash YouTuber? Wanted to do it? I never really thought it was possible for me to do. So it was something that was just far-fetched in my mind. I've seen those memes on Facebook that be like me and the minute I start cooking and no one is around and I just start, hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Like it was like that. And I feel like everybody kind of does that. So it was never, oh, this is something I want. I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be a nurse. I wanted to be a business owner. Content creating was never like something that was embedded in my mind for me to do. So no, I did not always want to be a content creator. I actually had a career out there in the field working that I wanted to pursue, or being my own boss. I kind of am still, but just not in the capacity that I thought I would have when I was younger. But now I love this so much more. Number 2 said, is content creating hard? Content creating isn't hard. It's not a difficult job at all, being a content creator. What is hard is the amount of work and effort that you have to put into it. The idea of having to entertain people isn't always easy. So that is when it becomes hard for me. Doing content is not hard. To be able to do videos all day, that's a dream, and get paid for it, or document your life and get paid for it. I would be lying if I said it's a hard job, but it's an overwhelming job because you wear all the hats, you know. You're the content creator, you're the photographer, you're the videographer, you are your own lawyer, your own assistant, you are the editor, you are the person that sorts through your things. You have to wear so many hats in this job to keep up, because kind of a one-man band until you get to that point where you're able to expand into a team. So doing everything on your own, girl, it can be a lot. I couldn't do it. I stopped. I got an assistant. I now have an assistant because it got really taxing, especially the back end of things. So girl, that is where I won't say it's a hard job. I would be lying. I would be being really dramatic if I was to say content creating is a hard job, but it is a very taxing job that requires you to wear a lot of hats. Question is, I wrote down something. I just split it up. What color is your room? My room is currently, my room is gray. Like my walls are a light gray. I have like gray, white, and purple vibe going on in here. I got this one a few times. What is your sign? I am a Taurus. I was born April 22nd. Personally, I don't believe in signs, but only because I got this question a lot, I'm adding it to the video. I don't really believe in signs and horoscopes and stuff like that. I don't feel as though they're helpful. I don't feel as though they are true indications of people, and I just feel like it's another reason for people to blame their problems and their shortcomings that they literally can fix on something that they can't control. I have a friend, she so believes in horoscopes. She's like, girl, I'm a Sagittarius, we're this, we're that. If something goes wrong, she's like, or she said something wrong, she'll be like, it's just a Sag in me. Oh my god, I was like, okay. It's not that you don't know how to communicate or you think being truthful is being rude or blunt. It's the Sag in you because you're a Sagittarius. But it's cool if you believe in it. And oh, just disclaimer, my friend is aware of my sentiments. She's aware of how I feel about horoscopes and stuff. So that's why I was able to say it. These Thread Beauty concealers are so nice. I love these. Since I got these in April, this is the only concealers. These and the NARS concealer. Oh my god. No, I just love these so much, and they're not heavy, and like the coverage is just insane. When I spray my setting spray, I feel like a princess. I really can't tell you why. It makes me feel like a legit, like a princess, like royalty. I don't know, it's how I do this when I do it. I just be feeling like that girl. If you hate a product, would you still recommend it? No. That is unethical. It's not moral. A lot of creators do that. And honestly, in the beginning of creating content, there were products that I was so accustomed to and they performed well, but they weren't over the top and I would still promote. But if a product is legit bad, like I know within myself, I hate this product so much, I would not promote that product, because that's going to, your community is going to blame you when they go and buy the product and it doesn't work out for them. Not saying that every product is going to work for everybody, but let it be said that the product performed at least what you say. But if it's operating below the standard of at least what you say, girl, that's not good for you. It might get you a brand deal or two, but in the long run, your community will not trust you. I do not do that. Most of the products that I use, we're going with Fenty. Just a little break. I love Fenty. We're using the Fenty Pro Filter. I'm in the shade 420. But moving along, if you go on my platform and you look at my promotions or if you see ad and stuff, it's usually products that I actually use in my routine, or you could go back on my platform and see me using for a very long period of time. I collaborate with. I rarely step out the box, and I would try or collaborate with brands that I don't really enjoy or don't incorporate at least on the weekly basis, if not the daily. Like I have to be using this product to an extent to really speak on it, and that's why you see I would collaborate with like Kiss because I love their lashes, and NYX and ELF. If I was to get Fenty, my life would be complete. And you know, I recently started Charlotte Tilbury in this year, and I got a collab with them about 2 months later. So I'm gonna promote what I use because it makes most sense and it's easier to sell. People can smell lies and pretense a mile away, and you don't want that, girl. What is the biggest struggle about content creating, being a content creator? And this person was like, I don't want you to just say anything, like I want you to be on the real, like they put on the real. For me, one of the biggest struggles is mainly where I'm based. For me, I'm based in the Bahamas, and that means my reach is really limited. It took me a long time to break out of just having a Caribbean demographic on my platform, but we're here now and I'm grateful. Quite pleased with being a Bahamian and where I'm born and raised. I love my country, but it's very limiting to me, especially in the career that I chose, because girl, they be pushing my stuff to Trinidad and Jamaica and all these different places. And I really have to rely on my community of US that I have built to kind of get my content further. But naturally, if I live in the States, I have so many different territories to choose from because I am based in the States, if you understand what I'm saying. So for me, I think it's my location. Oh, also like being limited with clearing packages, and that's also another question I'll answer after. As a content creator, my life is packages. My life is receiving things from brands every day, every other day, new releases stuff. And having to pay to clear those things is hell. The thing is, because these people think it's coming straight to my door, it's like they be sending, one company sends 6 different packages when they could have sent all in one. When I got on Charlotte Tilbury's PR list, I wanted to come off because they would send one oil, one this, one that, but then at the end of the day, they're under the impression this is coming to my door. This is not costing me expense or anything, but it's like, my God, just set it in one box. The mental fluctuation. So for me, my job is based on my creativity. What I'm able to produce, how I'm able to deliver something to people in a way that is entertaining and in a way that's valuable. Sometimes I don't feel that way. Sometimes I don't feel fun and funny, or like I want to joke around and play, but it's my job. And sometimes your feelings do not matter because you work for yourself. And on a 9 to 5, when you clock out, regardless of what happened in that company, once your work is done, your work is done and your paycheck will be there. But for me, there's no clocking out. If I don't work, I don't get paid. Or if something is going bad with me, I don't get paid. If something is going bad with you, you can take days off and do this, but as a content creator, it is full time. There's no days off. I mean, it's a freeing schedule, but there's no days off. Literally the other day, it was so bad, I was so overwhelmed going downtown for something, and the traffic was really bad, and I found myself editing in traffic to not round me in the comments. I was behind on my editing. I had a deadline to meet in a few hours, and that's how it is. Like, they don't truly, there's no care to say, oh, she's sick, she can't, you know, commit to her daily thing. No, girl, you better get your hip up and get those brands that work. It's extremely taxing, girl. Are you a Haitian? I think this question is funny because I've had a few people, like, well, not a few, I had quite a lot of people ask me what my nationality is because I thought I was of Haitian descent. I am not a Haitian. I am fully Bahamian. So both of my parents are Bahamians. My best friend is a Haitian, and that brings me to another question. Who is your best friend? Or to ask best friends. My best friend name is Marceline Sheami. Real Haitian. She's Asian. We've been friends for about fully a year now. And she's amazing. I love her with all of my heart. I would never trade her. The next question was about her was, is it hard being friends on and off camera? And this is something I really want to clear up with y'all. The way me and Maslin interacts is not pretentious. What you see on camera is what you get in person if you're ever around us. And we've been around a few of my followers, and they would attest to that. Like, we just choose to share what our personal moments look like, but just because it looks like, oh my god, they're having so much fun, or they're so nice to each other, everything looks good, doesn't mean it's not like that. Of course, best friends argue, of course, best friends have problems, but what you see from me and Massey is what you get. She's like my boyfriend, legit. I am single, she is single, and we're really there for each other, and we do everything together. We do have arguments, we do have problems, but there's not a day that I would say like we're doing something for the camera, we're doing something for the film, or we got to get past this. Like, no, this is not a YouTube couple. We are best friends, and we just have a really, really great relationship. She's had people come up to her and be like, is Daria really that way in person? Is she really as nice as she acts on camera in person? Is she really that nice to you, or does she like say extra things to the like she's literally had people come up to her and she'd be so angry because she's like, people really don't believe that we're the way we are, or people don't believe you're the way you are. And honestly, I chalk it up as it comes to the territory, because like for me, I'm not a very problematic person. Neither is Maslin. I'm not problematic. I'm very easygoing. I can be argumentative, but I'm easygoing. And when people see, you know, this positive person and she's doing the most and stuff like that, they'd be like, something wrong with her. It ain't true. It ain't right. You know, something gotta be wrong. I gotta figure it out, you know, but it doesn't matter to me. Like I always say, people can think of what they want. She's still working on that because she always feels the need to defend. And I'm like, you don't have to do that. You know what it is. Want to, in effect, my money on my family, like my friends. I'm cool with whatever anyone has to say, whether you believe who I am or not. But yeah, you get recognized in public, and if so, does it happen often? Girl, I do, and I say this in the most humblest way because yeah, I don't want to seem like, oh my god, I'm a Riri, I'm a celebrity. I do a whole lot. And initially it was very hard for me getting used to that because like I say, I was very introverted. When I started TikTok and stuff, like it was just something to do because I didn't have a job. And as I started to grow and people started to recognize me, like a lot, even more so now of course, but back then I was horrible at the whole, oh my god, I know you from TikTok. I'm a lot better now, but when I first started and people were like, oh, I see your videos and stuff, like I would try to avoid them. Let me tell you, the first time that happened to me, the very first time that happened to me, I was at Wendy's. This girl came to serve me or whatever, and I wasn't even like that high on my followers as yet. I really wasn't. She came to serve me. I was like, oh my god, I follow you on TikTok, you're such and such a person. And I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, okay, that's cool or whatever. But then I pulled up to the following window, the window where you get your food, and the girl was like, oh my god, Queen Dari. I was still Dari skin at that point. Queen Dari. Oh my god, I love y'all. I was like this in the car. I started screwing up my window. I literally began screwing up my window because my heart was beating fast. I looked like I was having a stroke, like legit. My mom was like, Daria, I could not talk. I was so shy, and people think because I do social media, you're extroverted. I am. I'm more so now. When I film, I'm filming to myself in the comfort of my room with nobody watching me. I can be as comfortable as I need to be. But when she did that, I felt so bad. I had to come out and apologize to her. I'm like, I am so sorry. I say I am not really used to that. I don't consider myself like a celebrity or anything, like how people see me. So sometimes it's really hard for me to just accept that or, you know, give you back that energy. But now, girl, I am a boss at that. I am a boss at that. All right, now let's get into questions. I know everybody been waiting for. All right, first question. What is dating like since becoming, well, let's skip that. Let's do that. What's dating like since becoming a content creator? It's still ghetto as ever. Being a content creator, hold on. Being a content creator doesn't change how ghetto the streets are in the dating streets, okay? Honestly, the other question was, before that was, are you dating? I'm currently not dating anybody. There's nobody. I ain't hiding no one from the world. I'm literally just cooling. Like, I'm not dating right now. No one's in the picture, you know? And the other question is, I've never seen you post anybody. Are you dating? How does one get to know you? I've never posted anybody because nobody is in the picture to post, okay? Personally, if I was dating, that's not something I would ideally come out so quickly and share with social media, because it's different for me as a creator to just share so quick. Like, I gotta see.
I gotta see. Just say no. Just say no. No, I gotta see.
I gotta see. I gotta see if that's something I want to do. We got a lot of these, so let's prepare. Let me get ready to plead the fifth on something. What was your longest relationship? My longest relationship was a year, 11 months. 11. We almost made it. We was almost there. It was 11 months, and that was actually my last relationship. Yeah, that was 2020. That was my last relationship. Top 5 icks in men. Top 5 icks would probably be 1, unfaithful. Obviously, that's gonna be my first one. Unfaithful. Number 2 would probably be abusive, and abusive would be verbally as well, emotionally or physically. That's like ick. You're like ew to me if you hit on women. I don't care if she out with her friends doing whatever, you don't have rights to put your hand on another human being, especially not a woman. Go beat up a man if you feel the need to. Go in a ring or something. Like, don't ever put your hands on a woman because you don't know how to express yourself. Number 3 would be these are in no specific order. Well, number 1 would be beating on women, and everything would come after. Not clean. I don't like a man that doesn't take care of himself. I don't like untidy people. Let me know, I don't like them. I would avoid being romantic with an untidy person. I would lose myself in that. I can't handle it. I don't like dirty spaces. Like, let's just be real. What is your biggest pet peeve? My biggest pet peeve is a dirty bathroom. Like, in general, if you was to ask me what is my biggest pet peeve, my biggest pet peeve would be a dirty bathroom. I'm so serious. Like, it's that serious to me. A dirty bathroom. I can't stand it. I can't be around it. If I was to come to your house and everywhere in your house is like moderately clean, like when I say moderately, I mean like not fully sparkling, but your bathroom is clean, I can live with that. You good, fam. But if I was to come to your house and your bathroom is a mess, I mean like seriously a mess, you nasty to me. I'm sorry. That's just me though. Like, that don't make you nasty, but to me that make you nasty. I'm sorry, that's just me. So yeah. Back to the list. Low ambition or not ambitious men. Like men that are just waiting for handouts or for women to take care of them opposed to going out and making things happen on their own. I can't be with a man like that, because personally I'm a very ambitious young woman, and I can't be with someone that's draining my ambition because they can't muster up any for themselves. I don't want to have to keep pushing. Like, I'm all about motivating. I would motivate a man if he was my man. Everyone has their lows, but to always have to be pushing you because you lack motivation and ambition for yourself, I can't deal with it. Disrespectful covers so many categories. Disrespect, I think lying is disrespect. I think gaslighting is disrespect. So let's just categorize it as disrespect. And one thing I really hate seeing people is men disrespecting not just women, but their parents, especially your mother. I watch that. How you treat your mother. Like, if I'm talking to someone I like somebody, I watch how they treat their mothers, especially, and their sisters, because that's how you're gonna treat me. Because if you're treating the people that you love, and I'm not talking about sibling rivalry and stuff like that, I'm talking about legit don't have respect or know what to say to them, or calling them out or calling them names or even cursing at them, that's not gonna work. I come from a home where we honor our parents because those are the people that did everything for us. So if you can't even honor the people, the woman that pushed you through her vagina, what you gonna do for me? No, so So I think those are my top icks. There's probably a lot more, but those are the things that just came straight to mind. So I'm sure those are the things that are like forefront. Are you crushing on anybody right now? And if so, what do they do? Okay, that was oddly specific question. I feel like you know something. I am. But what does he do? I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. Don't worry about it. Just know, like, yeah, he cool or whatever. You cute. I guess you could dress, but that's it. I'm not. Don't. Why would you ask me that? Why would you ask me that? Because who are you? Who? Why are you in my business like that? We have, what was the worst date that you've ever been on? Honestly, y'all not gonna believe me. He's gonna say I'm lying, but y'all, I've only been on one date in my life, and that's with my last boyfriend. I had 2 boyfriends in my life. We getting real. Like, I only had 2 boyfriends in my life. The first one was like, we were in school and we never really did anything off of campus to say it was a real date. So I don't ever consider anything unless you consider the cafeteria date, which I don't. My first date was with my second boyfriend. And it was amazing. It was great. I can't even say, like, I don't want to count the dates we went on because every date I went on with him was like top tier. It was good. So I've never really been on a bad date, but I haven't been on much dates. I've been on dates with one person and I don't want to count all the dates. So I've been on one first date and my first date was like really good. It was really, really good. So I know you was expecting something more juicy, but but I was like, okay, so last year I was supposed to go on a date, but the person didn't show up. I know, like, how could you do that to me? What was the worst feeling ever? They messaged me afterwards on some, you know, hey, this happened, that happened, this happened, or whatever. And I let it go. I forgive that person for it. But it was like, see? No. Because you want to go out on dates? Somebody bring you flowers, someone to talk to for hours. Wash your back. That's all I want. But y'all niggas can't even show up to the dating spot. Like, what you doing? You can't even show up. Like, no. You know what? Let me stop before y'all think I'm anti-man. I am not anti-man. I want me a good man. I just feel as though right now I'm not very interested in dating because I feel like a lot that I have been able to accomplish within the short period of time that I've accomplished it is mainly because I am not in a relationship. When I'm in a relationship, I can become distracted very easily, and it's not really for my work, it's more so for myself, and it's mainly because I loving you long time. I love you, baby.
Babe, I love you so much. Honestly, I give up everything just for you. Here I be your.
I love you. I just feel as though right now I'm not very interested in dating because, yeah, it can become a distraction for me. Because when I'm in it, I in it. And that's not always the best thing because you can kind of lose yourself in relationships. And I found that happened to me before. I didn't like it. I don't control my own timeline, so I don't know when Yahweh, God, is going to send my person, my husband. I am on to see my husband. Whenever you decide for me to be on to see my husband, I'll see him, or for me to start dating. But as for right now, like, I so on my grind. I so want to be aligned with everything I'm supposed to be doing, and especially spiritually, that I don't think dating is something that I want to be doing right now. And that's also why I don't really go on dates, because if I don't want to be dating, that's how y'all see a catch. If I don't want to be dating, I'm not going to be accepting a bunch of dates because that is how things form. And I realized, like, I've had instances where I've gotten into situationships or talking stages with people that I know I didn't want to be in. But because at that time I felt lonely or whatever, I go into it because I probably went out with them, not a date, but just probably started spending time with them. And it's like, I guess I kind of like you because I feel lonely. And I realized that, like, for real, okay, serious talk, that talk. I realized, like, if you as a woman, you want to know why something failed or why something isn't working or it didn't work, I learned to go trace it back to the inception of that thing. I've had 2 boyfriends, but I've also had 2 like serious talking stages. And one of them, I was a mess when I got into it. I was on some, I was hurt because I bounced into it from my previous relationship. And I just wanted to feel good. I just wanted to feel valued, seen, whatever. And that's what happened. It was not a matter of that person deserved to be romanticized the way I saw them or put on a pedestal that I put them on. It's just that I was in a place that was so low that anything that was a little above me or anything that looked down on me, I grabbed for it. And that was thing like low-hanging fruit. Not calling that person low-hanging fruit, but they're not someone that I would ever really now pair myself with because that's not you. Like, come on, Daria, now. Come on. Like, girl, come on. Think about it. Think about it. Think about what I just said. That was serious. Write it down. Write it down. Write it down. If you could build a husband, ooh, how would you build him? This seems inherently wrong to start saying, but if I could build a husband, if I could build me and my man, first and foremost, I'm going to not be that person and jump on looks first. So he has to be, you know, he gotta be fine. Nigga, you gotta be fine. I'm sorry, he got to be fine, and that's not like, he gotta be fine. I'm so, like, for real. I have to first and foremost be attracted to him, and that's not the first thing on the list. We're gonna work on the personality first. So, but just a disclaimer, you gotta be fine. One, I would like my man to be a man of Yah, and I don't just want him to be someone that goes to church, because I've been there, and I was in church, but was I really in church? No. I want him to be someone that has a relationship, because that's the only way I feel as though men are able to fully commit to a woman, is when he has a relationship with Yahweh or God. And because in times of disparity, in times of dark times and gloomy and rough patches in my marriage or my relationship, I don't need a man to, before cheating, go to his friends for advice or go to people that would probably sway him with negative advice. And two, I don't need him to go try find solace in a woman. I need him to go find solace and wise counsel in Yahweh. Because if you have a relationship with him, a proper and stable, active relationship, then he is going to have people around him that mirror that, and they'll be able to give him good advice. I don't want a bad boy. I don't want that. Like, I like how they look, but in reality, you can't just look at looks. Because when you need someone to communicate with you, when you need someone to pray over you, when you need someone to be there for you, that person's more than likely not going to be there. And when things hit the fan or get rough, and they tell you they need you to be down for their demons, or they need you to be down in their bad time, be there for the down and come up. No. Number two, you gotta be fine. You got to be, like, you gotta be fine. I'm sorry, like, you have to be. I am that person. You gotta be. I have had my time where I look at people for their heart, and I did what I had to do. I see what I needed to see. I served my time, and now I want to look at you even when I'm mad and think you're still fine. Like, I don't want, when I get mad, I'm mad at you because I'm mad, and plus I'm mad because I noticing you ain't giving what I want you to give. And I know that might sound bad, but that's how I feel. I'm sorry. Like, if you think that's shallow, then I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but that's just how I personally feel. Like, I want my man to be fine. Number three, you have to have a sense of humor. I would give him sense of humor. Like, be able to make me laugh. I really love to laugh. Because if I don't laugh, I could cry. So you gotta be able to make me laugh. And genuinely, I don't want to be pretend laughing. Like, I want to legit, when you say something, I want to be dying of laughter. And I want us to look at each other and then laugh again and then hit each other while we laughing. Like, I want you to be my best friend. Legit. I would make him a family man. I want him to love his kids. I want him to love me. I want him to love spending time, quality time with his family. Because you have a lot of men, they become husbands, they become fathers, but that doesn't mean that's a quality that's embedded in them to be people that want to spend quality time with their family. And for me, I come from a big household, and my daddy loves his family, my mommy loves her children and her husband. So being family oriented is very serious for me. Like, I want to have barbecues and game nights and, you know, go out as a family and family vacations. Like, those things are important to me no matter how busy I get. I think that's pretty much it. I'll give him a sense of style. I would give him a sense of style. I want him to be dressing. I want him to be, you know, I want him to be looking good. I don't mind dressing. If it comes to that, I don't mind dressing you. But to step out the room next to me looking as good as me on your own, oof, that's different. That right there, that's different. Have you ever had someone come to you as a woman? What do you mean by that? What do you define coming to me as a woman? Like, what does that mean? So honestly, no. Yes and no. So this is how it went. I used to work someplace. I'm not gonna call a place name. I'm not gonna say when, but I used to work someplace, and me and this guy were like really, really cool. I mean, I'm dead. Stop it. I'm dead serious. We were just cool. We were very cool. Let me clear it up. He was not my thing. He was not my speed. He was not somebody. And I'm happy that I didn't call the actual place or where, because the reason he wasn't my speed was not just the fact that he looked like a bad boy, like extreme like a bad boy, and he just wasn't giving in the face like I'd like. He couldn't hold a decent conversation. He was like, this is how he'd be. Like, we were cool, like, he's funny as hell, extremely funny, but he'd be like this. Yeah, babe, so what you doing now? I was like, it's good. And I'm a smart girl. Like, I love communication. I love talking. I love deep, meaningful conversations. You know, it's conversations with substance. So every couple seconds, be like, yeah, so what you doing now? Every couple seconds. Are you chilling, eh? All right, then. And if I tried to have a conversation with him, like, literally platonically, he didn't know what to say. So it was like, we just cool. We cool at work. We, you know, he gave me a ride one time before I got my car, and that was that. Someone told her that they saw me and the guy having lunch together. We were in the staff lounge with people around us, but in the staff lounge, like sitting across from each other, having lunch. Were we having lunch together? No, I was sitting in there and he joined me, and that was that. And again, I didn't think nothing of it because I don't like you, and I didn't even know he had a girlfriend who worked there. She came to me and I'm like, yo, I'm tall, I'm kind of tall, so it was a little funny to me. She came to me, she's like no more than 5 foot, and she tapped me on my back. Excuse me, are you Daria? And I'm like, yes. I like down, like, yes, yeah. And she's like, did you know that such and such a person has a boyfriend? And I'm like, I mean a girlfriend. And I'm like, no. And she's like, well, he does. And I heard some things like, are y'all talking? And then she said, are y'all? And then she said the curse word. I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, that's the word on the street, and that's the rumor that's going around. There was no rumor. That was her and a friend. And I'm like, well, no. And she was like, well, I can check your phone. Okay. She checked the phone. She came back and she apologized to me though, because she set me down. She's like, I felt like he was cheating on me. And he was, but it wasn't you. And I'm like, yeah, because if we look in that chat, we probably speak. This is how our conversations went. March 31st, April 19th. You coming to work? Yeah. What time you off? This time. That was our conversation. The second time, I'm gonna hold off on that second story because it's a bit longer, but let me summarize it like this because I want to move on to like a few extra questions. Basically, me and this guy worked together. Me, this guy, and his girlfriend worked together. Me and the guy worked in the direct department together while she worked in a different department. We all knew each other. We all had each other's contacts. We was in like this program thing for like I think 6 or 7 weeks together, and we got extended 2 or 3 weeks. It was supposed to be 4 weeks. We got extended additional 3, and she was, you know, after 4 weeks up she went or whatever. Mind you, we all have each other number. Basically, he started talking to someone there as well, and because she knew me and she had my number, he also changed the person that he was talking to their name in his phone to my name. So I guess when they're out and stuff, she was seeing my name pop up, and at first she was thinking because it's Daria, you know, Daria cool. So one day I was out with my friend getting drinks, and she came inside, and I'm like, you know, I recognize this. Not like we were friends, but I recognize her from where we used to work. And I'm like, you know, hey, like, you know, I'm friendly or whatever. I go up like, hey girl, how you doing? I seen you so long. And she was like, hey, like the energy was just so low. She's like, hey, yeah, she wasn't rude. She was like low energy, like, yeah, hey. And I'm like, what's up? I ain't heard from you or so and so and so long. And when I said that, she going this, I was like, what? And she just was like, anyway, yeah, I good. It was nice seeing you. Like, she shut the conversation down. Girl, she shut it down. So the next day I message homeboy, and I'm like, why did so and so give me so much attitude? Like, what's up? Y'all having problems or something? And he's like, but she always freaking out. You're not against me. She always freaking out. Don't worry about that. We see each other again like 2 weeks later, and this time, like, I was doing work. I was on a work like type of thing, so I didn't really get to talk to her. But then she called me one day. I mean, she must have got frustrated because I owed her, like, really acting all, hey, how you doing? And she's like, so she calls me and she's like, Daria, I need to talk to you. And I'm like, you know, what's up? And she's like, so how is it that you out here hailing me and doing this and doing that? Like, you ain't talking to my man. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? She's like, yeah, like, keep seeing your name pop up on your phone. I keep seeing this, keep seeing that. And I'm like, me and homeboy ain't speak since. And I tell her this time. And she was like she cursed. She's like, you effing lying. Like, you ain't gotta lie. Like, I never know you to be a liar. Like, you don't gotta effing lie. She ramped up on the phone. I honestly just hung up. And then I messaged him. And he explained to me that it was cheating, but he changed the girl name in the phone to my name because she's aware of me. But it wasn't me. Are you flirtatious? Well, that's subjective to what you think flirting is. Me personally, I don't really think so. I asked my friend, I asked two of my friends, and they both said I am. I guess I can be, but I think because I know what my version of flirting looks like, it's very abusive. Man, it's very not like, oh my god. No. Of flirting is a little bit of sarcasm, she a little bit of satire, she a little bit of insults, but it's packaged real nice. I promise you. What do y'all think? Do y'all think I am a flirt? Is that what you really think about me? You think I'm a flirt? Okay, so we have biggest insecurity. Girl, I have a lot of insecurities. I do. One of my biggest used to be my height and my weight. Honestly, my appearance was an insecurity, but now that I've grown and I've refined and worked on the things I don't like, so it really was my height, because I consider myself pretty tall, but a lot of people tell me you ain't even that tall. I'm not so insecure about that. I don't really want to share what really is it now, because if I do, then you're gonna notice it, and it's something I'm working on, so I prefer not to share now. But just know that someone like me does have insecurities. It was most recent was my teeth, but I got my teeth fixed because it's something that I can fix. I don't feel as though living with an insecurity makes you stronger or more brave. If you can fix something, if you can change something, and it will help with your esteem to some extent, I see nothing wrong with it. I really don't. So my teeth were really bad. I'll insert a picture, and they are on a journey to getting better. They were really like back and forth. My height, I love my height now. I wear heels almost with every outfit that y'all can see. I never used to wear heels. I started wearing heels when I got her, probably when I hit like 20, 21, 20, let's say 19, 20. I started wearing heels. Before that, I never wore heels. I wore sandals with everything. You would hate me for real, because I'm gonna put on some sandals with that. I'm gonna wear some flats. Yeah, it's my weight. I was really chubby, but I kind of slimmed down. Like I said, certain things you can work on. I kind of slimmed down, but I don't really want to point it out because, like, I don't want y'all to now notice it and feel like it affects me that much. It's something that I do not love about myself, but it's not something that I want people pointing out. The most embarrassing thing I think I have ever done. I have never told anyone about this, but here it goes. Oh, the most embarrassing thing I've ever done in my life. I have never told anybody this. And I don't really want to say it. So anyway, I was at an afternoon class. I was pretty young, man. Keep in mind, I was probably 11. I was at an afternoon class, and the teacher was really mean. She did not want me to go to the bathroom the entire session, and probably like 20 minutes before we were released, she told me, Harp, go to the bathroom. Y'all, I could not make it down the stairs to go to the bathroom. And it was after school. Listen, stop, I feel like y'all judging me. It was after school, and no one was around, so I probably made it down 3 or 4 stairs, and I hit the floor. Y'all, I peed on the floor. I literally pulled down my pee pants, and I peed on the floor, and I ran back upstairs, and I was embarrassed, and I felt so bad for the person that probably did clean it up. I can't believe I'm saying this, but y'all, I was ashamed, and I had to pee so bad, but I blame the teacher though, because I couldn't make it. It was either pee up myself or pee on the floor. It was pee up myself, pee on the floor, and I was gonna go back to clean it up, you know, when we got released, because I couldn't be downstairs too long. I would get in trouble. I was going to clean it up. By the time I got back down, someone already cleaned it up. I prayed they didn't even know what the liquid was. It wasn't like yellow, it was clear, so I probably thought it was water, but I felt so bad. That was the most embarrassing to me. I've never really did anything publicly embarrassing, but to me, like, the most embarrassing thing I've ever done, like, willingly, like, I did that wasn't even willing, I was by force because I couldn't make it. Like, teachers should get fired for not letting children go to the bathroom, because, like, what if I have a bladder problem or like some bladder infection, and you're telling me I can't go to the bathroom? But yeah, that was the most embarrassing thing. Most money you have ever spent on a product. Most money you've ever spent, it didn't specify, I just put product. Most money I've ever spent on a single item was probably my camera. What I'm recording on now, this cost me, the one product, I think it ran me into about $1,600, because my iPhone was 13. So it's my camera. Leading my camera is the most money I've ever spent on one item. Next question, what was your highest paid brand deal? Y'all want the numbers, eh? Y'all want to know if I really making money or I was just starving, eh? The most money to date that I have made on one brand deal is $6,800. That was inclusive of 1 video and usage, 1 month paid and 2 months organic. 6,800. That was a steal. I did love that deal with all my heart, with all my soul. I worked so hard on that, and I still have a great relationship with the brand. But yeah, that's the first time I've ever like shared that. I don't really like to talk money because like I feel like people think you're lying, but like I always tell people, the influencer industry is so lucrative. Content creating is lucrative. Social media in general is a money grab spot. There's so much money to be made because of who you are and what you say, your personality. And a lot of people, I also don't like to talk numbers because one, people get in a way intimidated, and then they automatically start to say like, oh, you making that off of doing nothing. But in reality, if it was so easy, you wouldn't be doing it too. I don't think people take into in their mental, they don't think that, yeah, I make this money now. I don't always make that on a brand deal. That was my highest paid for one video. Yeah, because I've had another brand deal, but it was like a month thing, and it was consistent of multiple videos. That was more, but that's another story for another day. A lot of people don't take into the fact that yes, I make this money a bit easier now, but in the beginning, building towards it, to build up 84,000 people following me, that wasn't easy. To make people like me and enjoy what I do, for a brand to be able to see me as valuable and an asset for them to promote their product, that wasn't easy. That was work. That was behind the scenes work you wasn't seeing me putting in. But now I am, and I'm at the spot where I can reap easily, and people think it's just being, all she does is do a little video, and that's so negative thinking, because if it was that easy, you'd be out there doing little videos too. But yeah, I that's why I encourage people to get into it, because girl, like, you can make money for just being yourself and doing what you love. What you love. I love playing with makeup. I love making content. I love sharing parts of my life. I love sharing my opinions, and people love it too. You don't know how much people will love you until you put yourself out there. And this is my little encouragement, because people always ask me, how did you start? You got to get past the fear of not being liked. As nice as I am, I have people that don't like me, and that's absolutely fine. Once you're not affecting my money, and once you're not affecting my family or my friends, I don't care. And that's the place you gotta get. Once it's not affecting your immediate life or your immediate resources, don't care. Because people will like you regardless. You could be the sweetest, nicest, most holy person in the world, and there's someone that's gonna say, I think she really all that. Like, for what? Most times it's jealousy. Most times it's them just being ignorant to the journey. It's them wanting to have something that you have, but you can't worry about people. And I learned that. I used to really be a people pleaser. I scratched that so hard. I am recovering from it, but I put boundaries and stuff into place, and I put mental things in place to let me know that, hey, it comes with the territory. You're gonna make it. It's not gonna be easy, but if you work hard, you're gonna get where you need to go. And I'm seeing the fruits of my labor, and I'm just grateful for it. That was my TED Talk. If you weren't a content creator, what would you be doing right now? I'd probably be a business owner still. I'd still be creating content even if I wasn't full-time. Or if I wasn't like noticed, I would still be creating content because I love marketing. I love social media marketing and stuff like that, and ads and campaigns. Like, if I was to go back to school for something, I would go back to school for marketing and public relations or something like that, because I just think it's so cool. And I think the social media space is so cool, especially being immersed in it. That's something I'm honestly and actively thinking about doing, taking up marketing as a degree. I'll have a second degree. I don't think you gotta go to school for it, but if I could get another degree, I'll get it, because school, for me, school isn't hard. And I say this in the most humble way. I naturally am a smart girl. Like, literally, I don't have to work hard. But having that, being naturally smart, it caused me to be very, I can pass. I never put my best foot forward, because I know putting half foot forward would still get me through the door. So it's a good and a bad thing. But if I could go back to school, it would be for marketing. That is really it. And this is our final look. I think it's really cute. I think it's, y'all know I'm all about soft glam. I'm gonna try and do a bit more like, I don't really like straying away from what I like for people. Every so often I would do it, but I'm not a very colorful person, so I don't try to force myself to do colorful looks. I enjoy doing soft glam. I enjoy doing smoky eyes and stuff. I'll try to do a bit more eye work for y'all, but I love soft glam. I love perfecting my base. It is my favorite thing to do. That is all. Here is our final look. I will link everything I use in the description for you to go and splurge. Make sure y'all click my links, because like I said, y'all gotta make me rich through my links. Y'all gotta use my links and make me rich, okay? So thank you for watching, girl. If you have any more questions, if it was spicy enough or there's anything you want to add or say, check the comments. Drop a comment regardless if you enjoyed the video, if you learned something new, if you have a question. And my Instagram DMs are always open. So I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Thank you for chilling with me today, and I will see y'all in the next video. If you're not, subscribe before you leave here, turn your notification bell, because we're now going to be dropping videos every Wednesday and every Sunday. I hope to see y'all here more often on this side, and I love y'all so much. Bye.
Yeah. 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 Screenshot me. Thank you.
Done filming, and I'm rewatching the clips, and I just noticed that I did not cut the second lash at all. So like for half of the video I had on a big lash and a small lash. That's embarrassing. Oh my god. But like, to be honest, how my camera's set up, I can't really see myself too well. So, you know, overall I still posting this video.